Alright. Game number 1 of today. We got Chronic versus Stealth. Let me pull these back up here. Chronic certainly the favorite coming in to his second game of the series. Both these guys playing their second games, not of the series, but of the season, the Feer 500 season. Stealth has only played one game. I think he played it in the Feer 500 opener against Mile, which is of course an incredibly tough first matchup for Stealth, who was the last player to qualify to make it into the league. And so we decided to have him follow up with the maybe the next hardest player to go against in Chronic. Stealth saying he wasn't able to warm up for the first game, and he wasn't able to warm up for this one either. Hardly, I think, our fault, as I feel like we've certainly warned these guys, but Stealth maybe doesn't need a warm up, as he is going to put in the first goal of this game. Chronic with a risky challenge. High off the wall. Stealth's going to be able to tap this one in. Stealth going up early, which is something that's so important for these guys who are trying to look to make upsets. To see the early goal go in and maintain a lead for however long they may end up holding on to it. But Stealth currently is in control. He's going to get a second goal here, putting Chronic on his back foot. It's hard to gauge just how good Stealth is. He's probably one of the least experienced players on our stream. Everybody's just had to vouch for how good he is. He did beat lots of people on his way through the qualifiers, but that's all we really know about him. So we haven't yet to see him against the top competition, except for against Mile, where it was a little bit of a blowout. We forgot to start recording here, so the first couple minutes of this game are going to come from a VOD. So sorry about that, YouTube, as your quality should have just started turning up a little bit, as Stealth has kept his quality high the entire beginning of this game, as he's going to go up 3-0. Something we did not expect to see coming out from him. I don't know how much warm-up Chronic has had. He's back in the Dominus again. I think he's maybe played all his recent games on our stream in the Dominus. You know what? He might have been actually in Octane for his first one. I'm not sure. People in the comments will certainly remember better than me. Chronic has his first good opportunity here. Nice placement. Top of the net. Stealth with not nearly enough boost to get back over that one. Chronic's broken the seal now, so it's up to Stealth to try and keep this lead the rest of the 3 minutes. He's going to try and play the possession game here, even though he was not able to grab boost, but this time he will bang it into the back wall, which means Chronic's got it for free. He's got possession in space, and he's so deadly. He's going to go for the air dribble bump and connects perfectly on it. Nice shot here from Chronic. So dangerous to give a player like that so much space. Chronic did not respond at all to that first fake challenge. It just did a great setup for himself in order to grab that bump. Kickoff goals. Not going to head his way in. Interesting decision from Stealth to just smack it back midfield. Gives him some time to grab boost, but does give away possession. An absolutely insanely dangerous challenge on the back wall that was almost no chance of leading to anything, and he is going to get counterattacked for this. I'm not sure what Stealth was hoping to do with that backboard challenge attempt. Let's say he does connect with the ball. It's just going to pinch out to the side, or worse, back towards his own half, and Chronic's got a head start on him anyways, but Stealth does just end up completely missing and still can't get back in time, as his lead that he saw come early get dwindled away. So hard to last the whole 5 minutes against these talented 1v1ers. Nice flick from Chronic. Good slow play from him as he just let that ball come to the ground. Isn't rushing anything. If Stealth isn't going to challenge, he's going to just grab a nice dribble, and then Stealth flipping away so far away after Chronic taking that early dribble. Seems like a situation he might be able to shadow and challenge earlier, but instead he elects to flip deep into his own net and leaves the absolute big space open, but not as big of a space as Chronic just left. on the ensuing kickoff afterwards. Big yikes from himself. So Stealth is still in this one, tied at 4-4. So hard to not feel down, I'm sure, with a player like Chronic having scored 4 of the last 5 and make it 5 of the last 6. As he's going to retake the lead here. Getting possession off kickoff. A nice chip up to himself. Stealth thinks he's actually throwing. A little bit too much space. This time Stealth did try and jump a little bit early into the way as opposed to trying to wait on the goal line, which he had done the last few times. So I like the idea of shaking it up, but maybe just giving a little bit too much space. Still, nice flick from him. Nothing too crazy, but a good read on Chronic's early challenge. He doesn't need much airtime to pop it over him. Chronic watching that replay, he must have thought he clipped a couple pixels of that ball. 5-5. Takeoff loss here. Chronic's definitely going to look to try and secure this one right off the bat. Isn't able to, and isn't able to grab the boost either, which means possession will switch to Stealth here. Bad first touch, though, makes him lose possession. Nothing was dangerous after that first touch. It just lofted it over to Chronic. Chronic's going to get a nice flip reset. Something we see out of him like crazy the past few show matches. This time, though, sets it up a little bit too close to net, so he doesn't have enough momentum. Gets the flip reset, but Stealth is good to get up and block it away. Nice counterattack for him. He's going to put himself back in the lead. So far, looking like he is able to hold off Chronic for now. Nice kickoff from Chronic. He's going to let, or sorry, from Stealth. He's going to let Chronic jump up, tap that one away, but maybe should have decided to grab boost a little bit earlier as he flips a little late and Chronic gets it. Nice defense from Stealth. Chronic trying to wait as long as he could to get a nice angle on that, but good positioning from Stealth to take as much of that net away as he could. Nice double jump save. He's just playing the possession game here. He didn't see an opportunity to shoot, and there's no rush when you're up 6-5. He's got Chronic on his back foot, quite literally, as he's in a shadowing position right now, but that flick is nowhere close. This is easily going to get stopped away. Chronic likes to try and play it fast, and Stealth does get the recovery in time. Not able to get his own boost, though, so he's still in a dire situation. Yes, nice double tap here from Chronic. Should have been watching from his perspective. We'll watch it again from him. Little ground double tap as he taps it off the ceiling and grabs it again. He needed that second touch, and Stealth still almost got there. Almost able to recover from that weak flick in front of Chronic's net, but not quite. So 48 seconds left. Stealth absolutely needs to grab this game number 1, if you ask me. So important to put himself in an advantageous position against Chronic, and it will hurt to throw away a game in which he's led most of the time. Nice slow play from Stealth. Really good execution from him. Taking this off the wall, leaving it in a threatening position. Chronic's up really high, so he knows there's no need to rush. Chronic's in a tough position, and he waits for the perfect time off the bounce to power one in. Chronic trying to play defense from all the way up in the top right corner. Meant it was going to take him a long time to come down. Stealth does well to take advantage of it. Watching these from the defender's position is just a whole nother experience. But Chronic, another flip reset. This has just been absolutely his go-to move. And he just is so precise with them. We've said it before, but his friends give him crap because they say he's not very good. All he does is just hit flip resets, but I'll tell you what, he's hitting flip resets his way to victory right now. Stealth with a nice dribble, tried to get a powerful flick to speed it past Chronic, but wasn't able to do so. Ends up handing over a pretty easy possession for Chronic, so what's he going to do? He's going to take it to the air for an air dribble, maybe a flip reset, but he doesn't connect this time. Stealth just probably wants this to hit the ground. So he can get a kickoff here, put himself in a good position. In game number 1, 7-7. All tied up into overtime. He's going to take possession of the ball with 13 boost. He flicks high, and Chronic's actually up early to tap it away. Did not get a good clear, though, and Stealth will punish him. Game number 1 going to Stealth, 8-7. Nice execution from him here early against Chronic. Stealth grabbing his first game of the Feer, for first game win of the Feer 500. What up, C-Money24? What up, Top Notch? Let's go stealth. Ooh. Chronic with the car changeup in game number 2. He is in the Maverick, I think? What is it? No, that's not the Maverick. This is the Skyline? Chronic with the first possession of game number 2. Of course, he's going to go back to the flip reset. But nice defense from Stealth on these. Maybe some of the best defense we've seen played against him so far. A couple of them did find their way in, but Stealth was able to grab a couple counterattacks as well. Chronic realizing he didn't want to go for that ball after the jump. Stealth with a super unfortunate boost spawn, showing up moments after he flew through the position. Epic flick from Chronic. He's going to make up for it with a nice demo, and he'll end up securing the goal. Either way, all part of the plan. So he goes up 1-0 with 4:20 left. Who's got our 420s in the chat? I know somebody's here with enough channel points to spam a 420. Oh yeah, Blundered Hope. Giving us the 420. Chronic going to the flip reset again. Uses it early because he sees an early challenge from Stealth. And that's pretty much all Stealth needs to do, is he forced Chronic not to score on this one, but not a good enough recovery, as this flick will end up making its way to the back of the net. I like this early challenge from Stealth. He just needed to play it cool on that second attempt there. Got a little overexcited. He says he doesn't even know what he was doing as he jumps for that ball. Chronic going up early in game number 2. Something we would have expected out of him. Nice defense on another flip reset. Chronic electing to not even use it this time, but he gets a demo, so he's going to be able to reset and take whatever he wants. Again, this time he's going for a flick that he absolutely skyballs. Stealth is just going to wait it out. Chronic goes up for yet another flip reset, but whenever he's going for those straight vertical flip resets, not as much of a window as the ones that are a little bit more forward traveling. Stealth letting Chronic take this one to the ground. Good patience from him as he made the right call that Chronic didn't have any threatening opportunity. Chronic refusing to leave, even though I'm sure he's at a boost disadvantage here against Stealth. Stealth's going to grab the back corner, so he's currently starving Chronic out. Chronic electing to play it slow, but nice threatening position from him. Does force Stealth to hand over possession, but then just kind of gets frozen with the ball on top of his car. Maybe thought Stealth was not going to challenge. Stealth up early, trying to get a flip reset of his own, but it's going to be a perfect pass to Chronic. It's going to be no trouble for him as he gets the turtle goal. Stealth trying to give Chronic a little bit of his own medicine, but did not succeed. Looks like he must not have actually got the flip reset there, as he just let it come to the ground. Either that or he decided not to use it, which was a mistake in retrospect. Down 3-1 about halfway through the game. Stealth still doing well. Chronic definitely afraid of his current opponent. Nice power shot from him. 50 at midfield. A little bit scared of getting demoed, but Stealth wasn't going for that. The placement on that power shot right on that left post. In control of this game number 2. Nice save from Stealth. Keeping Chronic out for now. Interesting decision of Stealth to not go for this challenge earlier. He eventually does go and still gets an equally as good. I don't know how Stealth didn't end up getting demoed there. Seems like he was in a tough situation. Nice double jump save. But Stealth in full control of possession right here. Needs to find a way to secure it, and he does. Nice fake. Chronic in a tough spot, no boost in his own net, has no choice but to go up for a potential flick. Stealth knows it, takes it low, and makes it past him. Only down 2. Stealth trying to take this one off the wall. Certainly a hard angle, and Chronic might be able to secure a long shot, and he will. Difficult attempt here from Stealth. Maybe thinking down 2, he needed to start spicing it up in order to make it back, but he does have 2 minutes. He's given up a couple goals on somewhat risky attempts that I'm sure he wishes he could have back, but maybe he feels like he needs to change something up as he's trailing in game number 2. Nice dribble from him. This flick will be hard enough to save that Stealth should be able to grab boost and maintain the attack for now. Chronic did well to hold on enough of his boost to make a play, and he will flick it on net afterwards. Stealth, I think, thought he had Chronic on his back foot. Low boost situation for him. Just making the wrong decision to turn early. Chronic doing well to use the little boost that he had perfectly on that counterattack. Stealth with an open net, not able to get the power that he wanted off the kickoff. Big challenge from Stealth, forces Chronic power shot. Stealth is able to get there. Stealth trying to play defense off the wall, but Chronic cannot find a way to get that ball back around towards the net. The first touch was not good enough. A minute left, and Stealth needs 4 to tie it up, and Chronic is going to give him all the space in the world. But another flick high. Well placed, but Chronic easily able to tap them away. Stealth trying to get his own flip reset, but Chronic saves it easily. Stealth making his plays so far outside the net. Double flip reset for Chronic is going to go in. Absolutely insane. Barely needed it, as he was already up 4, but this is going to put him up 5. Absolutely filthy. Stealth almost there, but he ends up sneaking it past him. "35 seconds left, and it's looking like Chronic will most likely take game number 2 a little bit more commandingly than Stealth took game number 1. Nice bait by Chronic to get Stealth to challenge there and then pop it over him, but wasn't able to find the angle. Early challenge from Chronic. He wants to end this game without letting in another goal. He's not just going to wait on the net anymore. 6 seconds left, and it's looking like game number 2 will go to Chronic. We'll see if Stealth can find the magic he had in game number 1. Chronic is so insane. Absolutely the king of the flip resets. Certainly nobody on our stream has done him better than him. So he's going to get another to win game number 2, 8-2. C-Money, how do we feel now after that performance? I have to agree with you. Early in the first game, Stealth definitely felt like he was playing better. Okay, let's go Chronic from the beginning, true. Oh no, you had let's go Stealth. Yeah, I see. You changed. Fairweather fan. First fake kickoff of the series is going to come in game number 3. All tied up 1-1. Stealth has put himself in a good spot, taking that game number 1. Game number 2 went more like how we would have guessed, considering these guys 1v1 histories. Stealth's got all the challenge, all the possession at the beginning of this game number 3. He's able to keep Chronic from hitting an easy counterattack by just riding on top of him. Chronic just trying to boom it downfield. Should be a somewhat easy save from Stealth, but the difference between landing in goal and landing outside the goal is such a big deal. This flip reset from Chronic isn't going to be enough. And nice secure from Stealth to get under Chronic on that retreat to stop him from being able to get back in time. Chronic just using that flip reset a little bit too low to the ground makes it easier for Stealth to stop. Stealth up early, game number 3. Tries to sneak one past Chronic in the far right corner. He's going to give a little bit of space. This, I like to see the change up here from Stealth as he takes away possession early. He is going to successfully stop out this attack, and that is something he was not doing earlier when he was giving up a little bit too much space. But this is something we've seen a little bit too often from Stealth. An opportunity to put a challenging attack on net and instead just flubs a flick. Has to secure every opportunity that he can. He is going to sneak this one in just by war of attrition. Just attempt after attempt after attempt. Maybe a little bit of good boost starvation. Chronic coming in pretty deep here. Maybe could have done well to stay in front of his net, but Stealth will make him pay. Chronic given space again on kickoff. Flip reset, this time too high. Some credit to Stealth to force Chronic into hitting those. Wide. An unfortunate land. Chronic probably just barely going fast enough to get the demo. He is going to be able to corral this one in fairly easily. Stealth taking it to the air again. Uses his flip early. He's just going to have to 50-50 this one, which I'd like to see from him. Looking like he's trying to keep it safe as opposed to trying to force it when it's not there. But he is actually going to end up doing a little bit of exactly the opposite I was commending him for after that, taking an aerial that was a little bit forced. Ended up having to hand over possession and give a bunch of space to Chronic, which Chronic has proved to make Stealth pay, just reading him like a book as he comes to early challenge. It means a couple double jump pops will get it over him easily. Nice kickoff here from Stealth. Might be able to secure it. Has not been able to get the power that he wants. Seems like he thinks there's open windows off these kickoffs, but just not connecting with it like he needs to actually score off it. What a nice flick by Chronic to put that in the far corner. Good save from Stealth, though. A perfect spawn. Stealth can play this smart. I don't think Chronic knows that he just picked up some boost. He might be able to counter him if he gets a good connection on this ball. Chronic popping up another one high. I like that Stealth is waiting for this one. This chip not doing much. And Chronic trying to maybe fake Stealth into not going for the ball or something. Maybe Chronic was just trying to chip it over him. I don't know. But a perfect challenge from Stealth as he reads whatever was happening perfectly. Gets a nice 50 straight towards the net. Put himself up 3-2. A little bit more of a low-scoring game in game number 3. Stealth having to leave open space over and over again off the kickoff for Chronic, and it's turning to be some of his only dangerous moments that he has. Stealth needs to find a way to not let Chronic continue to get the first possession after every kickoff, but a nice counterattack here as Chronic actually doesn't get much on his flip reset, and I think it helped Stealth shoot it there, giving him a little bump to give him some extra speed. Stealth's going to go up 4-2, minute 37 left. Stealth, both these guys trying to put themselves on match point. Stealth able to grab boost at midfield. It means Chronic's going to have to retreat late. Nice placement from Stealth to punish on them fighting out for that boost grab. Chronic gets some of his own, but cannot save a perfectly placed shot from Stealth. He's going to go up 5-2. Fake kickoff from Chronic, which is interesting because I feel like more often than not, Chronic is coming off kickoffs with a possession for himself. But looks like the fake kickoff is going to work for him too. This time, not quite getting the flip reset, just trying to get a 50 in front of Stealth's net. doesn't work out for him. Stealth not able to connect with the ball, but does slap Chronic around a little bit. But another possession reset, fake challenge from Stealth, leaving a lot of space. And then, I'm not sure this was very intentional, but sometimes it's hard not to credit these guys with every goal they get because of how talented they are. I think this was meant to be a flick that Stealth might have actually been in the way for, but Chronic doesn't connect, and so it rolls behind him. Another lost kickoff for Stealth. You can watch this game fall away right in front of his very eyes if he continues to give the first opportunity of every kickoff to Chronic. This is what we need to see from Stealth. This one up high, Stealth electing to play it slow because he knows Chronic is just going to have to hand it over to him. Big miss on the boost there is actually a humongous steal. That turned what should have been a very good scoring opportunity for Stealth now into a free possession for Chronic. A big flip away from Chronic, but he comes back early, maybe faster than Chronic expects. But I'm not sure how much I love those far flipaways when on defense when he had such a nice shadowing position. Maybe he's afraid of those big flicks coming out from Chronic. But Chronic been a little bit speedier at midfield. He's been able to bait Stealth into some rough challenges, and Chronic has been able to tie this one up again, just like game number 1, where Stealth led most of the time, and Chronic tied it up late. But a nice pop from him. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm getting excited. Chronic will, of course, force Stealth to come back here. Stealth's going to give up the game if he doesn't come stop him in the next 10 seconds, and that's it, man. Stealth is saying you can have game number 3. Of course, it would have been a low chance for Stealth anyways, as he definitely was going down 1, but the difference between 13 seconds and 1 is quite a bit. This time Stealth beating himself up. Does a little delayed kickoff, gets the ball to pop high. No incentive for Chronic to get under it, and game number 3 is going to go to Chronic. So Chronic will be first to go on match point, but Stealth is sticking in there. Chronic versus Stealth. Game number 4, a good performance from Stealth so far. We had counted him a little bit out at the beginning of the night tonight when he went up against a player the same caliber as Chronic, I would say. In Mile, he did not look as good as he does look tonight. Was just maybe a couple kickoffs away from securing game number 3. Well, all of a sudden he finds himself down, needing to win 2 before Chronic wins 1. Not a feat he can't do. A nice air dribble from him. Doing well to make sure he saves boost for the last moment. The most important tap is this one right here outside the box, where you get that last second change of direction so that the defender cannot get up for it. Stealth slamming one hard against the backboard. Trying to maintain possession best he can, but not able to. Interesting decision from Chronic. Maybe just lost that dribble when he didn't expect to, so he just takes it low to the corner. And tries to take a 50-50, but a nice challenge at midfield is going to go Stealth's way, and Chronic won't be able to get back there in time. Chronic playing high after chipping that one up into the corner. Thought he was going to try and find a way to get some kind of aerial attack. Realized too late it wasn't going to work out for him, and he come down to the ground, and Stealth had set up a perfect challenge for himself. Take the possession and score. Nice save here from Stealth. Not loving the fact that he keeps losing out on these kickoffs, but he has done well to stop them out when possible. This flick is going to be good enough to get Chronic up high and take his boost. And Chronic desperately trying to demo Stealth, but good dodges from Stealth means he'll be able to tap one in easy. Nice read from him. Flick over, hit the brakes instead of driving in front of Chronic, and he'll get a third goal. Kickoff win for Stealth. He's going to take it to the air. His Musty, though, is going to put it in a spot that's no longer shootable. Chronic just playing so slow, forcing Stealth out of there. If Stealth had challenged at any moment, he likely could have taken the ball away. But Chronic knew he was going to be able to scare Stealth into staying on the ground. Chronic off the air. What am I set up for him? I love the early challenge from Stealth. Stopping the dangerous attack from Chronic before it can even get started. Playing this one just a little bit too slow now, though. Chronic is going to bait him into staying grounded and find the perfect opportunity to push it past him. Stealth just stuck up on the wall there. Had to come down and play on the ground if he thought the possession was going to go slow, and needed to stay on the wall if he thought a power shot was coming. He elected to come to the ground thinking that Chronic was going to play it slow, but a good counter from Chronic as he smashes one past him. A high flick on an early challenge is going to go Chronic's way yet again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like situations where Chronic is certainly connecting on goals more often than Stealth. Just an opportunity where one of these players has possession for a dribble, starting it around midfield, the other player waiting in net. Seems like Stealth has had a really hard time finding a way to connect on those, but Chronic has won multiple just from reading an early challenge from Stealth and popping it over him and then getting the easy continuation. Nice demo from Stealth. We'll see if Stealth can prove me wrong right here, as he's got an opportunity that I was talking about. At midfield, he's got Chronic in net waiting. His air dribble is not going to be good enough, as he's not able to get it past Chronic. Chronic probably could have done better with his counterattack. Doesn't matter. He's going to end up scoring. But connected weak on his long shot attempt. So slowly has to 50-50. Ends up getting it past Stealth anyways. Put himself up 4-3. Stealth absolutely getting got by a fake touch in front of the net. Chronic low boost, though, means he's going to be very easy to predict. Stealth's going to try and rush this one to the net past him. Not able to, and a great 50 from Chronic. As Stealth just trying to tap this one out best he can, but such good placement. Chronic felt like this was in a tough spot for him. He ended up falling a little bit more behind the ball than he wanted to. I bet he wanted to tap that into his own corner where it would have felt a little bit safer for him, but ended up flying under it just a little bit too much and gave Chronic an easier setup than he had before his touch. Another power shot from Chronic forces a save, in which Stealth ends up inside of his own net. Which is so much more a disadvantageous position than when you can get a save where you don't end up flying in your own net and you're able to stay on your back wall. Minute 33 left. Another demo means Chronic will go up 6-3. Stealth GG's. I don't know if... Oh, he's fully given up. That is devastating considering how well Stealth had been playing up until this moment. Looking like Chronic will take the win, though. 3-1. Good playing from Stealth. I'm kind of disappointed to see him forfeit in this one. I think he actually had left the last series early as well, but this time it really feels like he could have pulled it out. He didn't give up as early as he did, but what are you going to do? I want to save this replay. Chronic versus Stealth. Game number 4. A good performance from Stealth so far. We had counted him a little bit out at the beginning of the night tonight when he went up against a player the same caliber as Chronic, I would say. In Mile, he did not look as good as he does look tonight. Was just maybe a couple kickoffs away from securing game number 3. Well, all of a sudden he finds himself down, needing to win 2 before Chronic wins 1. Not a feat he can't do. A nice air dribble from him. Doing well to make sure he saves boost for the last moment. The most important tap is this one right here outside the box, where you get that last second change of direction so that the defender cannot get up for it. Stealth slamming one hard against the backboard. Trying to maintain possession best he can, but not able to. Interesting decision from Chronic. Maybe just lost that dribble when he didn't expect to, so he just takes it low to the corner and tries to take a 50-50, but a nice challenge at midfield is going to go Stealth's way, and Chronic won't be able to get back there in time. Chronic playing high after chipping that one up into the corner. Thought he was going to try and find a way to get some kind of aerial attack. Realized too late it wasn't going to work out for him, and he come down to the ground, and Stealth had set up a perfect challenge for himself. Take the possession and score. Nice save here from Stealth. Not loving the fact that he keeps losing out on these kickoffs, but he has done well to stop them out when possible. This flick is going to be good enough to get Chronic up high and take his boost. And Chronic desperately trying to demo Stealth, but good dodges from Stealth means he'll be able to tap one in easy. Nice read from him. Flick over, hit the brakes instead of driving in front of Chronic, and he'll get a 3rd goal. Kickoff win for Stealth. He's going to take it to the air. His Musty, though, is going to put it in a spot that's no longer shootable. Chronic just playing so slow, forcing Stealth out of there. If Stealth had challenged at any moment, he likely could have taken the ball away. But Chronic knew he was going to be able to scare Stealth into staying on the ground. Chronic off the air. What a nice setup from him. I love the early challenge from Stealth. Stopping the dangerous attack from Chronic before it can even get started. Playing this one just a little bit too slow now, though. Chronic is going to bait him into staying grounded and find the perfect opportunity to push it past him. Stealth just stuck up on the wall there. Had to come down and play on the ground if he thought the possession was going to go slow, and needed to stay on the wall if he thought a power shot was coming. He elected to come to the ground thinking that Chronic was going to play it slow, but a good counter from Chronic as he smashes one past him. A high flick on an early challenge is going to go Chronic's way yet again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like situations where Chronic is certainly connecting on goals more often than Stealth. Just an opportunity where one of these players has possession for a dribble, starting it around midfield, the other player waiting in net. Seems like Stealth has had a really hard time finding a way to connect on those, but Chronic has won multiple just from reading an early challenge from Stealth and popping it over him, and then getting the easy continuation. Nice demo from Stealth. We'll see if Stealth can prove me wrong right here, as he's got an opportunity that I was talking about. At midfield, he's got Chronic in net waiting. His air dribble is not going to be good enough, as he's not able to get it past Chronic. Chronic probably could have done better with his counterattack. Doesn't matter, he's going to end up scoring. But connected weak on his long shot attempt, so slowly has to 50-50. Ends up getting it past Stealth anyways. Put himself up 4-3. Stealth absolutely getting got by a fake touch in front of the net. Chronic low boost, though, which means he's going to be very easy to predict. Stealth's going to try and rush this one to the net past him. Not able to, and a great 50 from Chronic. As Stealth just trying to tap this one out best he can, but such good placement. Chronic felt like this was in a tough spot for him. He ended up falling a little bit more behind the ball than he wanted to. I bet he wanted to tap that into his own corner where it would have felt a little bit safer for him, but ended up flying under it just a little bit too much and gave Chronic an easier setup than he had before his touch. Another power shot from Chronic forces a save, in which Stealth ends up inside of his own net. Which is so much more a disadvantageous position than when you can get a save where you don't end up flying in your own net. You're able to stay on your back wall. Minute 33 left. Another demo means Chronic will go up 6-3. Stealth GG's. I don't know if... Oh, he's fully given up. That is devastating considering how well Stealth had been playing up until this moment. Looking like Chronic will take the win, though. 3-1. Good playing from Stealth. I'm kind of disappointed to see him forfeit in this one. I think he actually had left the last series early as well.